All right, hello. I'm not going to lie to you, this is going to be a boring one. We have just finished the season. As you can see here, we were 6 points away from relegation in the end, comfortably safe, and looking to start the first season with a club fully. First full season, we can do what we want with the constraints of the budgets, of course. But in this video, it is going to be boring to watch. For the committed only, we're going to get through the end of the season. We're going to do some contracts, look at some transfers, change the tactic a bit, and try to get as close as possible to the beginning of next season, just for continuity's sake. So yeah, sorry. This one is going to be full spreadsheet mode, starting with a tactic though. We always use the clean slate. We make our own. We don't copy the presets, because what's the fun in that, right? Nobody wants to watch that. And our problem was we ended up actually making a lot of chances during the end of the season there, the safety arc, but we weren't scoring a lot of goals. We had a lot of chances, but just couldn't finish them very well. I don't know if that was a tactical or player issue. We have given Celestine Charles a new contract until the end of next season at least, because I think he can come good. He wasn't great. His form here, it's not the best, but he is still only 21 years old. We're going to give him another chance. Willard, on the other hand, he was supposed to be the star man, star player right here. He's already on a lot of money. I did look at his contract again. He wanted around 900, and I just don't think his performances were justifying that. So I do think we're going to let him go. But what I'm thinking now is, was it a player issue or a tactic issue? Well, the games we did create the chances in, we had a lot of them, a lot of shots, just not on target. So I don't know if anything needs to change here or not, or do we just need better finishers, people who can actually finish the chances we're creating? Alright, let's have a little look. I'm not sure I want to go counter for the next season. I'm not looking at surviving. I think if we can do this right, I'm going to aim for mid-table, 12th or higher. So we're going to up the tempo a little bit. Try to dominate some games rather than settle in and do what we can. This all looks good to me. We do still need the low crosses if we're keeping Celestine, because he just wasn't very good in the air at all. Dribbling. Do we get some good dribblers? Maybe even dribble more. Now that I'm looking at it and thinking about how the season ended and the chances we were creating, I think we're going to start the season with the same tactic. Just try to get some of our own players in to fit the style we want to play, rather than force the guys here to do what they weren't accustomed to. Revan here is wanted. I don't think we'll sell him for that if we get an offer. He's big. Jumping's not great though. We're just not a very good team in the air in general. So yeah, I think we just go forward with it, see whose contract is up, decide what we're going to do with that, let some people go, keep some people that need to be kept, and see how the budget seems when it comes to the beginning of next season. See if there's any decent free transfers about, and possibly some loans, just to try and make us a better team, really. As I just said, I don't think there's a problem with the tactic. maybe when we implemented it, it took them a bit of time to get used to it, familiarise themselves with what they're supposed to be doing. So maybe all we need is a pre-season. Because that end of season form there, that isn't relegation form. When we took over at Salisbury, they didn't have a win in about 3 months, 14, 15 games or something. So I do think the position we found ourselves in with the board and the relegation battle did seem a little unfair compared to the job we took on. I think we did quite well. So yeah, we're going to keep that as it is for now. Maybe if we get an unbelievable chance to sign somebody, we could change the tactic to fit them. But for now, it's going to stay the same. We're just going to try and make the team look like ours instead of something we inherited. It's going to be a long, boring watch. It's all going to be spreadsheets, no gameplay. I did say I was going to do this part off camera, but then I thought I haven't done anything off camera in this save yet, so just for continuity's sake, we're going to record it. Premier League still going? I know the playoffs are happening in our league, but yeah, nothing to do with us. When am I going to get that email about the player contract expiring? Maybe we look at staff as well, you know, if we do plan to stay here for a whole of next season, or try to. May have to think about changing the back room. Dieng retires. Bye bye Dieng. Timothy. How do you pronounce that with that little accent on the E there? Timothy. E. I don't know. This is the youth candidates. Yeah, what I was saying, this is a full journeyman, so we have every possible league loaded, so it's not going to be quick. But for this video I am going to just power through these boring parts and try to start the next one somewhere more visually pleasing. But as we know, as FM players, this is often the most important part of the saves. So it can't be avoided, it has to be done. Oh, we're going to be in the cups. I want to try to get a cup run going next year. Maybe try and sort out the finances a little bit. We know how big they can be for teams like this. If we get to, say, a third round of the FA Cup somehow and get a Chelsea away, half the ticket prices does not go amiss. We do have people moving already. Are we behind here? Yeah, we may have to look at these released Premier League youngsters. They usually come in handy in leagues like this. Yeah. But I don't want to spend any other budget until I've seen it fully. After we've let some players leave, a couple have retired, see what the wage budget is saying after all that. We've kept who we want to keep. Yeah, really, the days are going slow. A lot is being simulated. We're in May. Beginning of the season really starts around August, right? if I can, without this video becoming like 4 or 5 hours, I want to try and get to close to like the first friendly and have more of a squad in place by that time. Alright, who we got here then? Yeah, we'll take all 4 of these. The top prospects. These ones, we're not going to be playing them, right? So, we've got Gibraltar and Jordan Wells. We got a goalkeeper. Get him in on the youngster contract. £5 a week for 2 years. Beautiful. Josh Dillon. Oh, that's just Wales. Josh Dillon. Plays all across the back line. 15. Could come in handy. I didn't really have a proper look at the under 21s or the under 18s because we didn't know how long we were going to be here. So once these guys come in, we'll have a look at a youth squad, see if anyone deserves a promotion or possibly selling, because they are taking up some budget. We don't know how much, but they are taking up some. Have a little look at the staff as well. Yeah, I do just want to get some of these days going. Salisbury make the offers to the youths. I wonder who's getting promoted, who's getting relegated. Which team should we be looking out for? None really. We're in the Enterprise South. I mean, I think a lot of it comes down to form and luck. There's usually one team that's just far better than everyone, but other than that, playoffs are usually up for grabs, depending on how you start the season. FA Trophy, we did not play in that. Here we go, we've got a load of A's here from the scouting. A lot of threes, but we don't know what we're going to need. Unlucky, 18 years old, out for 6 months. Let's go have a look at some of these players and their contracts then. Freddie Taylor, you're good. Finley Taylor, sorry. You're Freddie Taylor. You are leaving. Going back and see, this is why I don't want to do any transfers yet. Because of exactly these reasons. Waiting for that contract email. Now the youth players are coming. We will look at the under 21s and the under 18s quickly. Again, see if anyone needs rid, because you're going to have a youth contract expiring as well. Maybe we just decimate those teams to try and save like £100 extra wage budget. Because do we really need them? Yeah, we're talking about trying to save £100 while City are just splashing 97 million on Ardagula. That's not Dixon, mate. Doncaster went, finished 7th in the league and won the playoffs. That's a kick in the dick to everyone else, isn't it? FA Cup review. Again, we did not see that one. Not even a little bit. We will for the next season. But for this one, we did not play a cup game. So we 100% need a new right back. That is for sure. So we can go look at some of those now. And hopefully not miss out on something. Get some on the scouting. I'm pretty sure the initial budgets have come in. And 2 players have already retired. Or 1 has retired and 1 is retiring. I think one of them wasn't quite high wage as well, like 1.1 thousand, 1.1k. That was huge. He went into the coaching team. Well, we're getting through some days now. 24th of May, almost in June. Once the playoffs and stuff are finished, the simulation should go a bit quicker. Has no matches to simulate by anything that matters to us. But as I already mentioned, it is simulating a whole world. Like every possible league is loaded into this. You've got your Belarusian league, of course, which is ongoing with their stupid timings. West Ham promoted to the Premier League, up to finishing 4th in the Championship. Not a great result for them, is it? Going to be Spurs next year. '25th. It's another day gone. The end of season break begins on the 28th. That's when it should speed up. Then we got 1.4k in a wage budget, £0 transfer budget. What's not positive? What are you talking about? Well, that was a lie, wasn't it? What kind of scouts we got in? Was there any point? Yeah, we definitely got to go. No, that's for youth candidates. They can go. Arsenal win the FA Cup against Spurs. Oh yeah, the under 21s don't look great, so we can get rid of some of those. Every little helps right now. We've got 7 of them. Only 1 worth being somewhere. He could have been a use last year, actually. I should have looked. We had no cover at all. So you can go up. You still got another year, but a fiver. Also a fiver with another year. Oh, you're worth something. You know, if we can get like £500 room, we'll take it. Yeah, offer them all out, see what happens. Yeah, potentially 2.5k. We already offered you, right? Anything will be helpful. 5. Go on, lad, off you pop. We're not taking up much wage budget, but you can get anything from him. Be handy. Like this guy here. Not worth anything. Check the 17-year-old there. They've been here for a while. Yeah, go. Bye-bye. Jamie Lakin. Nope. Go. Right, staff. We do have scouts. Are they just really bad? They're not on contracts. Average and competent. They don't actually look too bad for this level. Average and competent. So what do we want? We definitely want a right back. That's for sure. We're clear of that. Right back. See if anyone decent is expiring. Okay. Expired. Anyone already on a free? 18. Anyone we recognise? These other ones that are persuadable. No. Let's get these unknown ones scouted while we're waiting for contracts, at least. If not, we may have to consider another loan. And this one could be alright. Get him scouted a bit more as well. Not that we can trust him too much, but we'll get a better idea of his stats at least. Can decide for ourselves afterwards. No offers for any of them. Alright, not to worry. No problem. Contracts run out at the end of June, so I assume June 1st we will get the email about who's actually running out. Then we can decide who and why to keep. See what the budget says after that. I'm not too sure, but if I press the set for release button, does the wage go onto the budget then, or do I still have to wait for him to actually leave? I don't really know. Never thought about it before, but we'll have a look. We'll try it. Staff seemed okay. I mean, we're not going to start messing around with coaches. We already have 2 more than we should, apparently. Oh, we can check in a minute if we're able to ask for another coaching badge. Again, to reiterate my rules, we are not allowed to apply for another job while we're still under contract, but that doesn't stop us taking one if we're offered, which is quite unlikely given last season, but you know, anything could happen. We'll think about it for sure. If it does happen. But yeah, probably not. Think about Salisbury, not about the future. Only the present. You got all these teams signing players on freeze now. I do want to get into the business. Don't want to jump the gun, you know. Holness eligible for a professional contract. Sure he deserves one. Just not here. his team signing everyone. We're doing nothing. But we're not going to panic buy. We're going to meticulously choose the right players for us. Training schedule. Thought everyone was on a break. Who's training? Not even a full-time club. Opening my new socks. You got sharks on. I like it. Dee-dee-dee-dee. You know, this is actually just going way too slow for this to be an actual video. What I'm thinking is I will keep what I've recorded here, so if you do want to follow the whole story, you'll know what happened. But I may have to go and do pre-season off camera, because this is already like long and we've gone maybe 2 weeks. We've still got another 2 months to go. I don't want this to turn out to be a 2-hour video of just watching waiting screens, you know, loading screens. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this recording now. I will upload what I've spoke about here. I'll let you know what I'm going to be up to. We're going to do the contracts. We're going to sign some players. And I will put the progress in a highlights video for Thursday, so you can actually see what I did, and nothing will come as a surprise the next time we do one of these. But yeah, nobody wants to sit here for 2 hours and watch this. But that's the email. These other players that are expiring. Oh, Revan needs a contract. Do I do that? Point is, I want everything to be shown, but it's just taking way too long, and we don't need 2 uploads of this, right? So I'm torn. Do I continue this? But that may mean there's going to be 2 weeks of just this, or do I just go do it in my own time? Because then I got to think about what to capture. Yeah, no, I'm gonna go do this off camera. I'll make some notes on who gets a contract, who doesn't, who gets signed, and we'll come back to an actual pre-season, right? I'll just go through what happened, make notes, take some screenshots, and make a little highlights video about it for Thursday. So yeah, I don't expect anyone to watch this video. If you did, thank you for watching. It will be uploaded still, just for continuity reasons, and we'll get back into the actual save and season 3 next week. Thank you, and bye bye.